By Matthew Tostevin and Grant McCool. Reuters. The din of banging pots and honking car horns reverberated through Myanmar's biggest city of Yangon late on Tuesday in the first widespread protest against the military coup that overthrew elected leader Aung San Suu Kyi. The party of the detained Nobel Peace laureate called for her release by the junta that seized power on Monday and is keeping her at an undisclosed location. It also demanded recognition of her victory in a November 8 election. A senior official from her National League for Democracy (NLD) said he had learned she was in good health a day after her arrest in a takeover that derailed Myanmar's tentative progress towards full democracy, the military's latest seizure of power in a country blighted for decades by army rule. The military has refused to accept the NLD's landslide election win, citing unsubstantiated allegations of fraud. The army detained NLD leaders, handed power to its commander, General Min Aung Hlaing, and imposed a state of emergency for a year. At the United Nations, the world body's Myanmar envoy Christine Schraner Burgener urged the Security Council to collectively send a clear signal in support of democracy in Myanmar. The Council is negotiating a possible statement that would condemn the coup, call for the military to respect the rule of law and human rights, and immediately release those unlawfully detained, diplomats said. Consensus is needed in the 15-member council for such statements. The military's proposal to hold elections again should be discouraged, Schraner Burgener told a private meeting of the council, according to her prepared remarks. China, which has deep ties to the military in Myanmar, has stayed largely quiet, but a diplomat with China's UN mission said it would be difficult to reach consensus on the draft statement. We are of the view that any action by the Council should contribute to political and social stability of Myanmar and its peace and reconciliation, avoiding escalating the tension or further complicating the situation, the diplomat said. U.S. State Department officials said the takeover had been determined to constitute a coup d'état, triggering restrictions in foreign assistance. Humanitarian aid, including to the stateless Rohingya Muslim minority, and programs that promote democracy or benefit civil society would continue. The administration of President Joe Biden has threatened to reimpose sanctions on the generals who seized power. In the biggest public display of anger so far, people in Yangon chanted, "Evil be gone," in their loud protests. It is a Myanmar tradition to drive away evil or bad karma by beating tin or metal buckets, said Yangon resident San Tint. Min Aung Hlaing told the first meeting of his new government on Tuesday that it was inevitable the army would have to take power after its protests about the election were rejected. The election and fighting COVID-19 were the junta's priorities, he said.